Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So just 10 weeks ago, 14 baby garter snakes came into the world just like this. They were so tiny, but as I cared for them, they grew very quickly. And while all these babies were kept together, I kept them in a very simple, sterile nursery setup with paper towels as substrate and a humid hide filled with damp sphagnum moss. And now 12 of those babies have gone on to new homes, but I picked out 2 of them to hold back for myself. And I have given them names. This is Raven, and this is Sparrow. I love all of my animals like they're my own children, but having raised these guys' parents and taken care of them from birth, I know that I'm going to grow to have a very special love for these 2 snakes. Based on their size and the shapes of their tails, I tried to pick out 1 female and 1 male, but that's not the most accurate way to sex these snakes, and I could easily be wrong about that. In any case, when these 2 reach an adult size, I'll be putting them together with their parents, Daryl and Carol. But until that time comes, they have their own place in my office. Here they are eating a mix of minced tilapia fish and earthworms. And this will be their last meal in this nursery setup because today I'm going to set up a new bioactive enclosure for them. I usually don't use a bioactive setup for baby snakes. These guys are only 10 weeks old, and at this point I'd usually put them in a simple setup with some aspen bedding until they reach a more juvenile stage. But I want these 2 to have the environmental enrichment that they deserve, so I'm going to set up a simple bioactive for them right now. To give them a little bit more feeling of safety and security, the first thing I did was cover the back and sides of this 20-gallon tall tank with black window film. For substrate, I'm just using a shallow layer of Zoomed Reptisoil. And I used several pieces of bark for hides as well as a small tube of birch bark, and added a limb for them to climb on. Then I laid out several dried oak leaves around the enclosure. The leaves will be good food for the isopods, but they'll also give the snakes some additional places to hide. For heat, I have a 50-watt deep heat projector over one end of the enclosure, and that's keeping the warm side right at 85 degrees, which is perfect for garter snakes. And now it's time to make it bioactive with the addition of springtails and isopods. At this age, these snakes are growing quickly and shedding their skin more frequently. So a bioactive setup helps hold humidity better and is going to really help them with that shedding process. I really like the way this looks. This is really a large amount of space for two small snakes, but it works because there's so many places throughout the whole thing for them to hide and feel safe and secure. As I usually do for small babies, I added two small water dishes to make sure they don't have any trouble finding the water. This will be the first time in their lives to experience a naturalistic environment, and what I think is a pretty good representation of the environment where they could be found in the wild. So let's put the snakes in and see how they like it. I hope you enjoyed meeting Raven and Sparrow. I'm really excited to be able to watch them grow and thrive. I'm sure there will be updates on them in the future, and I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.